Before we jump into it, I want to let you guys know about something that you may have missed out on last week, and I'm hoping that it's not bugged in a sense, or the order refresh time has not changed, so it's very possible that if it did, you might not even see this in the orders right now. But if you go over to Major Howard and you check out some of the daily orders that you have today, you'll see a repeat of one that we saw last week, that being a supply drop and a 500 social score just for watching content in the theater. And as we detailed back last week whenever this happened, you can end up simply just going in, opening up the theater and immediately exiting, and it'll count as watching content in the theater. So it's literally a free 500 social score, which is something that takes forever to get normally, and a supply drop for probably 25 to 30 seconds of work. And that's including going from Major Howard, activating the order, and then going into theater and backing out and doing it all. So you get 500 social score and a supply drop for, not even kidding, probably about 30 seconds of air quote work, if you want to put it that way. So definitely go check it out. I'm really hoping that the rotation did not change, because I checked this out earlier in the day and it said that it only had 2 hours left on it, though I know for a fact that they usually update overnight for my time. So it might be a visual glitch, it might be something that actually did, but if that's the case, it might be something that comes back as a weekly order in the terms of daily orders through Major Howard. So keep on it, stay vigilant with all this kind of stuff, and keep your eyes peeled to Major Howard, because it seems like we're getting a lot more opportunities to get free social score in a larger bundle than we're normally used to. But now let's jump into the regularly scheduled content. In yesterday's video, we talked a little bit about the changes you can expect coming to World War II with the update for the Resistance event coming in the game this Tuesday. That's something we were talking a little bit about, the content in a sense of what you'd be able to see, the stuff at the physical surface, and things that you might not necessarily consciously think about that do genuinely overall affect the gameplay that you come encounter with every single day. Though while we detailed all of that, there's still a handful of things that we can actually expect coming probably with this update and maybe a little bit further on that may change how we play the game as a whole, but we might not necessarily consciously think about. So today I want to address 6 different additional changes coming to World War II. Once again, some probably coming in this update, some maybe being rolled out during the event, and then maybe some even later on. I'm hoping that it doesn't take that long for all these though, because these are things on the immediate horizon people have been asking for, but no doubt they will be coming sometime very soon. So let's start out with the things that we absolutely know will be changed and be coming with this most recent update, and then work our way farther out from there. So the first thing is the emblems and the paint shop. That's something that has been in plain view since launch, and it's something that a lot of people were kind of curious about and starting to get frustrated with. Why is this not in the game just yet? But we talked about it in brief passing yesterday. This is something in which we end up getting full confirmation from Condry talking about this, and the full confirmation it will be coming with the Resistance event starting this Tuesday. So starting this Tuesday, you'll be able to go in, create your own paint jobs on your weapons, your own custom camos, and the same thing with emblems, but also be able to upload and share those, it seems like. So unless there's only going to be segmented pieces here of this in which you can end up using a small bit of each of these features and not be able to upload and share them, well, that still would be a little bit upsetting to me, but I'm just excited to be able to jump in and finally make my own custom camos, because I'm not too big a fan of a lot of the camos within World War II right now. I feel like the only ones that are worth it may be diamond on some weapons, and then gold and the copper camos because of the sleek sheen that they bring to the weapon. And then I also really enjoy some of the other camos, maybe say layered on top of different variants, like the Haywire 2 variant with gold. Kind of can be a little bit much at times, but I like it for some reason. But getting off topic here, that's something that I'm just excited that we're finally going to have these abilities. Though we didn't have them at launch, we're finally getting them. So a little bit delayed here on this, on what seemed to be a big feature in headquarters, but to me, I'm just glad we're getting them. The next thing though is one that has persisted for quite some time and hopefully is going to be fixed with this update. This one I should probably put an asterisk on because it hasn't been addressed entirely, that it will be coming Tuesday. But that's my best guess, because it has been hinted at a fix coming for a little bit of time now, and it's something that has been getting tested out with the PC community, but that is the spawn into Spectate glitch. This is in which you'd end up joining a game, picking your class setup, and then it would just spawn you in while spectating a teammate for X amount of time. It varies depending on the player, and probably a handful of variables that we don't know about as players on the surface, but it can take anywhere from, say, 2 seconds to 30 seconds to people missing entire rounds of search and destroy. And I saw one that ended up taking about 2 minutes to spawn in on a Reddit post a couple of weeks back. So there's been some severe cases, there's been some very minor cases, but regardless, it's been tested out within the PC community a little bit. Raven was pushing out a fix for this to hopefully get all of this down to either non-existent or some very, very rare cases of this, to which That's the case with the PC community, so it should be rolling out here for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 communities as well, and with a massive title update that is going to be included for the event pushing out on Tuesday. My best guess would that it would be rolling out this Tuesday. So I guess once again, we don't have a direct confirmation of this, but it is something that simply makes sense in the timing of how everything would work out. Now, another change that is probably going to be happening here and is almost guaranteed because it is a minor thing, at least how I would perceive it. I'm not a game engineer, so I couldn't tell you the exact specifics of how to fix it. That being the announcer volume within War. This was something that was mentioned in passing once again by Sledgehammer and Condry, that they know it is an issue and it's something that is going to be ironed out, and it was something that even it was mentioned as a fix was on the horizon. And once again, just falling into that timing of everything, a massive title update comes out. You talk about fixes about a week to 2 weeks beforehand. To me, that's a no-brainer that's going to be coming here at this one. And so, that annoying, a bomb's been planted on our ammo supply, B's retreating, keep firing, those sorts of things, the audio would end up blaring in your ears when playing War. That should be something that is resolved and you no longer have to worry about. If you end up having headphones, that is something that you've probably noticed it the most. If you play through your TV speakers or some other sound system like that, you might not notice it too much, but of course, it is something that still is a bug that needed ironed out within World War II, and I'm glad that it's going to be coming here on the horizon. You won't need to worry about it anymore going forward. But that said, moving over into the next thing, these are starting now to cross into the platform of maybe coming with this update, but maybe being rolled out during or slightly later on in the future, but still are very relevant things that will be changes to the game. This biggest one being probably health regeneration. Now, Condry addressed some of this a little bit as to why they had the health regeneration as it is right now, which we broke down in a video, and I won't detail that in full here just to save you guys some time, but a brief little definition of really how it works is that it's comparable to previous titles, but not the immediate titles that we end up playing every single day. So if you end up, say, looking back at the past couple of years, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered all had much quicker regeneration times for the health in question. Though while it is off the top of my head, I believe still the slowest regeneration we've seen, it is comparable to games like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. But though we don't play those games every single day, we kind of are accustomed to a faster health regeneration as of recently. So while there's not necessarily anything wrong, it is something players just feel like it should be faster. So sort of a placebo effect, sort of not. But regardless, Condry ended up saying that they wanted to make this feel gritty like a World War II game, but it is something that so many people have addressed their concerns on it, that they're taking into consideration the changes and will be adjusting it accordingly. And once again, maybe coming up with this update this Tuesday, or maybe not, maybe rolling out shortly thereafter. But a change to health regeneration is something that you can end up expecting in the near future. So that's something you can look forward to, not having to take 8 seconds to regen your health completely back to 100% if you take around 90 damage. And that's something that is great because nearly 10 seconds in a game that is as fast paced as Call of Duty, that is a lot of time to regen your health. So definitely nice to be seeing some changes here for this and the community feedback being taken into consideration and changes being made accordingly, but we'll see when that actually happens. So the next thing in question though is one that I am really hoping comes with this update. It probably won't be a featured playlist, so we won't see anything like we talked about the schedule yesterday being featured specifically. But Domination XL is a game mode that a lot of people are really excited for, but we don't have really any mention of it other than the fact that Condry talked about it coming during this event, but at what time we don't know. Whether it's the entire way through, as in, say, in the game modes, it's Team Deathmatch, War, Domination, Domination XL, Kill Confirmed, like that sort of list, or if it's going to be a special playlist of its own that doesn't seem to be a featured playlist, but whatever way it is handled, it may be coming. I don't know exactly the time frame of it, but Domination XL is going to replace that of the 50 points per kill standard Domination with 100 points per kill in Domination, so you'll be seeing a lot more streaks, you'll be seeing a lot probably of player increase as well, since a lot of people I know want 100 points per kill in Domination. And who knows, maybe it phases out the entirety of the 50 points per kill in Domination as a whole. Maybe it is something that lasts for the event and only for the events. I guess we'll see, but that's one that, once again, we don't have much confirmation on other than the fact that Condry said it was going to be coming during the event at some point in time. So I guess we do have an open week in the calendar for a featured playlist, or maybe it's there the entire time. But nonetheless, keep your eyes out on this because it's going to be coming. And the final thing I want to talk about is Chrome Camo, because as of today, we actually got a little bit of an update update to this. A lot of people wanted to see a buff to Chrome Camo, myself included, because I'm still going for Chrome at a casual rate, but it's something that I don't really feel like it's the best camo we've seen, or really all that worth it, because you still have variants that look way better, you have weapons that don't look good with Chrome on it. Whatever the case may be, Chrome Camo though is going to be getting a buff, or it's going to be looked into rather, as Condre stated over on Twitter. So that is once again a potential fix that is going to be brilliant, and one that may make these challenges 100% worth it. I'm hoping at least, but that's something that I'm not expecting to be coming with this update at Tuesday, the official drop of it, but maybe throughout the entire event sometime, maybe 2 weeks after, when we get one of the hot fixes that updates the game, or maybe after the events in total. Though I'm hoping not that long, because that is quite a bit of a wait time. But that said, that's 6 additional changes that we will be getting here, once again, either this Tuesday at the launch of the event, or slowly rolled out to us a little bit afterwards. So that said, love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. Is there something in particular you want to see changed here, or is there anything out of these that stands out to you that you're super excited for? Whatever it may be, feel free to let me know down there in the comment section down below. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding Call of Duty World War II. Updates, news, information, best tips, tricks, class setups, all that good stuff we got you covered here up on the channel. And of course, with the Resistance event starting and the DLC going live later next week, we're gonna keep you guys up to date with anything you need to know about all of that as well. So if any of it interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that's the best place to get connected with me outside of YouTube. Practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But all that said and out of the way, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. Mine is an espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.